Good evening. I would like to take a quick moment to thank the people that have led me to the point where I am right now. I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me in all my endeavors, even when their own journeys were much more serious. I'd like to thank my grandparents for helping me believe that I can be the best version of myself. I'd like to thank my brother Nick for always lighting up the mood during those hard study sessions. I'd like to thank my coaches and teammates for allowing me to be accepted into a group of people who have the same lofty aspirations as I. And lastly, I'd like to thank anyone who I've come across over my schooling career who has left a lasting impression on me, including my teachers and peers. By far, the most asked question I've gotten since being named the Jamestown High School Valedictorian has been, "Jacob, how did you do it?" Now, what my father says is because I cheated my way through school, and my grandmother says that my rank among my peers is a result of the long hours of Wonder Pets and Bob the Builder, I credit my success to the environment in which I've been raised in and outside of school. But school always hasn't been so easy for me. And from the very beginning, there were some major challenges that I eventually was forced to overcome. Then, and even now, I'm a person who struggles with new and even reoccurring social situations. It is almost as my brain knows what it wants to say, but the words don't leave my body. And to this day, I'm still a very quiet person. I can vaguely remember having to drag off my grandmother's leg every day for weeks at the start of kindergarten year. I can remember bawling my eyes out because I was so anxious about moving up to middle school. But I don't just remember the troubles in my social life. I remember what I've accomplished because I truly believe that a person's achievements, no matter how large or small they seem, should always take precedent over their failures. To achieve your goals, you have to fail. It is what you do after your failure that will begin to define your success. But overall, if it looks like school was a breeze for me on the surface, it is shown to be at points the opposite of that. But I'm here on this stage tonight, addressing you all, after everything I've been through. Every test, every obstacle, have all shaped me into the person I am today. But like I said before, I owe all my success to the environment that is created by some of the amazing teachers that are the backbone of Jamestown Public Schools. I've been lucky enough to have some amazing teachers who put as much passion into learning as I do, and put as much passion into teaching as I do into learning. Their devotion and dedication to their craft is truly inspirational. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm pretty much a science nerd and will find any opportunity to show off my knowledge. So I will use my knowledge of protein synthesis to teach you all one of my favorite analogies about how the environment a person is put in can shape their success. Don't worry, it's easier to pick up than it sounds, but I do need a little bit of help. So may the Jamestown High School graduating class of 2023 please rise and follow my simple directions to act as a model during this demonstration. Just a little background on protein synthesis. The sequence of building a protein goes from amino acids to amino acid chain, and then lastly, the amino acid chains combine to make a simple protein. All right, so individually, you're all my amino acids. Individually, you can all only do so much. And just like amino acids, you all have one thing that makes you unique. Now, if you're sitting with your friends, lock arms, but only stay within your friend group. Each collective group is acting as an amino acid chain in this demonstration. You're now connected with one another. Each of your special qualities have combined to make a niche group of people. You all work well with each other. And as a combined power, you're able to function together. Now for the last part of my demonstration. I would like all groups to connect with each other. Now, we have made a simple protein. Each group of students have combined together. They have put aside their differences to create a strong group. In some cases, our differences are what makes our school community stronger. Even if you didn't know it, throughout your time in these various schools, all of you have been contributing together to create an extremely unique and functional school society. But there is one more thing about proteins. If they are not in the right environment, say the temperature is too high or the pH is too low, the protein may become denatured. The functional units of most all functions in the body will not work together to create success if the environment is not nearly perfect. And I believe that throughout our adolescent school careers, we have been situated in a near perfect environment, and it is all due to the teachers that have supported us along the way. Day in and day out, teachers in this district have accommodated everything that they possibly can to each and every student, no matter how they treat them in return. No matter if a child has no interest in learning or is an academic sponge, I know many adults throughout this district that will drop everything just to spread their knowledge and passion to a young mind. And like I said before, you can't have a functional protein without the right environment. And the teachers throughout our young academic careers have created an environment that we as a functional group can thrive in. On behalf of the Jamestown High School graduating class of 2023, I would like to thank each and every adult who has positively impacted even just one student in the crowd. We owe it all to you. You have helped us embrace this difficult journey. I would like to end with one last reminder to the Jamestown class of 2023. Each of our journeys have not been perfect, but we are here. Soon, we will walk across this stage and move on to our next adventures, whatever they may be. We did it together, and in my experience, life is always easier when you attack it with a group. One last thing. I advise you to learn to embrace the challenges of life, because in the end, you have to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that is when the most growth takes place. Thank you.